What's good, everybody? I told you yesterday I was gonna make a bicep flexing tutorial. So John Dow's been bugging me for about a year now that I love physique, I love posing, I love that stuff. Been kind of out of it as far as myself goes, but still been training athletes and doing that stuff. And I see a lot of people posting, their bicep poses online, looking like this and not giving it much effort or much thought to what they're doing. So just a quick rundown of how I set up for when I do a bicep pose, and maybe you can translate it over to yourself. You can find what works best for you, but maybe take a couple of these little quick tips and apply them for a better result of a picture or a bicep pose. So first off, when I'm setting up, I want to make sure my arm angle is good. Okay, so when I'm setting up right here, so I don't have anything flexed. I've got my elbow in line with my shoulder, okay? I don't want to get too high and I don't want to be too low. See a lot of people posing down here trying to show off a bicep. Not a lot of people get too high, but some people will. And it just looks kind of funky. It'll take away from, especially as guys who might care for more, the width of our bodies. We don't want that. We want to stay wide when we flex. So we got our arm up in position. So right now, there's not much of a peak. You can see a hint of a bicep, but there's not much effort. So if I give a little squeeze, you really notice like, okay, cool, it's coming up. I squeeze harder, it comes up even more. So that's another big thing. Always make sure you try, okay? Squeeze. I'll be in here measuring folks, and when I get them to actually squeeze, we just see the full potential of what their arm has versus just holding it up there and just giving a little effort. Put 100% into the squeeze. Okay, so got it up, we're squeezing. Now next, a lot of people forget their hands up here, okay? They might be relaxed, they might even make a little fist, and fist is good, okay? We start getting a show about the forearm here when we get a little fist squeeze. And that's really what I want to talk about. Is what I do is I take the thumb, okay, I'll place it inside of my hand. I'll take the other four fingers, wrap around, okay? So I got something to squeeze on too, okay? It's not just squeezing the hand. Now I've got something physically squeeze onto. Okay, so now I've got my hand up. Once I squeeze down, I'm gonna rotate that thumb. I'm gonna rotate it just like this, okay? I'm gonna rotate it out, and squeeze. So now I go from relaxed to down and out. And now my forearm is starting to become part of this bicep flex. And it's something that's often forgot by a lot of people who pose, is that even though we're flexing a muscle group, I'm flexing the bicep, I've got all these other muscle groups that are showing and that are visible to everyone else. So lats, shoulders, traps, even chest, like they're things that need to be brought into the picture when we're posing. So I'm gonna bring up, I'm gonna squeeze the hand, I'm gonna try hard. Next, I'm gonna start looking at my other muscle groups, okay? So right here, you see, I can still squeeze. Oh, my arm looks good. But now all of a sudden my lats disappeared. My shoulder's not near as brought up. So I'm gonna bring up, I'm gonna drag that lat out wide. And now I've got more of a total package on this bicep flex, okay? I haven't disappeared, my back hasn't disappeared, my shoulders haven't disappeared. Everything that I have to offer, as far as my little 165 body has to offer in a flex, is shown, is on display. So when you're posing, remember those very simple things, holding up, and you'll rock and roll. All right, guys, take it easy.